the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on another team from the ACC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators offense has the ball first today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And the Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught close to the marker, it's Brown. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. Toss sweep right. Turning it on. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really, really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Gators come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Handoff to the lone back. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with him. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Gators will hustle to the line. Motion from the wideout. The give. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. He might want another play. Looking to fire. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception.
score. Touchdown, Florida!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Mississippi State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire
There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Off the play fake on first down. That's caught. It's Glover. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. The Bulldogs moving quickly to the line. Makes the grab on the left. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Hand off from the shotgun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Extra point here will tie the game.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're going to go to the air on third and short. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Leaves it with the back. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. Chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to throw, it's Grant. He's going to fire deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got his man. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose on the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Nebraska is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Lincoln. One of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on first and lost one deep down the right side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Gators decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Grant. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year.
Slips one guy, and now he's loose. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. They'll go to the air. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air. And they've got 6 points on the board.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. The toss to the outside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Pressure coming. They're going to get him, and this offense now has even more work to do.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Jackson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. All kinds of room to the right. The 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. How about this defense taking one back to the house? No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
You know, they say sometimes you got to be at the right place at the right time, and that linebacker was. When that ball came free, he saw it immediately, was able to scoop it, show you the speed. He takes it back for a long touchdown.
And he added the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. It's complete. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Wilson.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest. If you
headed to the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Gator!
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to pass, it's Grant. Takes the easy one to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
To the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Moving away from pressure. Pulls it in with one hand. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets it out fast. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. He's stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Here comes the heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Florida! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Winston. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. No surprise. Looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got.
And the Gators will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Great timing there on that throw by the QB on the out route. Gets it to his guy just in time. He makes the catch, and his momentum takes him out of bounds.
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But that great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line, really selling pass. That's step one. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a big gain, and gets a first down.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Worked it down to the 22-yard line, give him 5 on the carry.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Can't make the play on the interception, and, man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Gators are on the move. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Gator!
Really nice job working direct.
And it's blocked. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
The give to the back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be fit.
He hurls one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines, got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. Hard running there.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
He wouldn't have been the only All-American in this group, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Looking to throw, it's Grant. Under fire. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. Now up by 4 here in the third quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. No chance to run, but still a good gain. The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. He wants to throw it. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. Fielded in the end zone, it's Winston. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Got room to work. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Mississippi State right back to the line.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Handoff to the single running back. Nice move to keep running. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Tight end now in motion. They're going back to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier? To get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Handoff from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He lofts one down the sideline. Touchdown, Florida! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. To the air, it's Grant. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And the Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got it behind the line. It's Pittman. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Looking down the middle. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense is expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something.
Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on top.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
In these situations, 3rd and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushes loose. Go get that QB.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll pull them back to within 6.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Flips it out on the screen. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Gators come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. The quick out. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Back to throw. It's Grant. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Once he got some room, it was over. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Ohio State is running away with things, and I'm not sure even Bucky saw this coming today from this offense.
The offense has a chance, down one possession in the fourth. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. To throw, it's Grant. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Reese. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And he missed it. No good. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. With the catch, it's Wilson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the 1st one they've used this half.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a 1-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job. getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Turning it on. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now. And this is a big key for us to win this game.
Splits the uprights. Good. And there's a lot of celebrating going on over there, but there is still time left on the clock. That last field goal looks like the game winner if they can keep them from getting in field goal range here right at the end. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Back to pass, it's Grant. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College